Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kirsten and today I'm going to be bringing you along with me for my after school routine as a college student. This is kind of just my regular everyday sort of routine. I will say it is Monday and I usually work on Mondays and Wednesdays. However, I don't have to work tonight. So usually I do this on other days that aren't Mondays, but I'm also gonna do it today since I actually have a day off, which is really nice. It is currently 3:23. I got out of my class at 2:15 and then honestly I did go to Starbucks and then I came home, just kind of cleaned up the kitchen, was talking to my roommate for a little bit. Now I finally have my own personal time. Class schedule wise, Mondays and Wednesdays are my easier days. I only have 2 classes and I have a little gap in between them, and I'm also done earlier, which is nice. I'm honestly not really sure what the plan is going to be for tonight. Like I said, this is just a chill routine. It is also freezing outside because I'm in Colorado and it's literally like 25 degrees out right now and it's only gonna be colder. We're definitely staying in. We're not like doing anything crazy. Overall, the game plan for tonight is to do homework, laundry, kind of just clean up my room and get ready for the rest of the week. I might shower tonight. Usually I shower in the morning. However, since I'm actually here tonight and I won't be back super late like I usually am, I honestly might take a shower tonight. But yeah, with all of that being said, let's get started on laundry. Here is my hamper full of clothes. Not gonna lie, I am someone who actually genuinely sorts my laundry. So that's honestly the longest part about this, is just having to go through and separate things. Honestly, I have had way worse. This isn't that bad. Whenever I have to sort my laundry, I like to put on just a little YouTube video or like a podcast or something. That way I'm distracted. And if I'm being so completely honest, I'm usually so busy that I don't have a lot of downtime to watch like a show or my YouTube videos. So it's during little things like this when I like to do that. We are done. Now that I do indeed have all of my piles and everything, I'm gonna go put the first load in the washer. Then we will come back up and figure out what I'm gonna do while that is going through the wash. Alright, laundry is in. Not gonna lie, I do really want to sit here and finish this little video I'm watching. However, I know that I should probably get started on my homework. I actually don't have a lot of homework this week because last week was midterms. Technically, I had my last midterm this morning, but we're now kind of in the week where we're just introducing new material, so things are kind of slow this week, which honestly I'm really grateful for because I've had a rough couple of weeks. I was sick a couple of weeks ago, so I missed a lot of my classes during that, and specifically one that I missed was criminology, and that is the class that I have this paper due for tomorrow, and paper isn't due until midnight tomorrow night. However, I have a busy day tomorrow. I have a bunch of classes back to back and basically not a lot of like free time. My issue with this paper is it is technically optional because we had guest speakers come in. The criminology class is about gangs, so like for example, the guest speakers who we had were people who had grown up in a gang, a part of one. They were a part of like that violent lifestyle and all of that, so they just kind of shared their story and how they changed their life around, and now they're like helping kids who are currently in gangs. However, the like prompt for the papers that we have to follow is we have to basically summarize the speaker, talk about 3 questions. So what did the speaker cover that was consistent with the research on gangs that we've like learned about so far? What did the speaker cover that was inconsistent? Or what is something new that you learned about gangs from the speaker? Basically, there's a whole list of questions that we have to follow and we have to like answer specific ones. The only thing I'm really struggling with is I don't know if I should choose these guest speakers to write about because we're gonna have a total of 5 come into our class and we only have to write 2 essays. If I'm being completely honest, based off of the notes I took and what I heard, I think these guest speakers might be really hard to fit into like this prompt simply because they kind of shared their personal stories and not like research or like statistics or anything like that. But at the same time, I also don't know like who our other guest speakers are gonna be. So I'm scared that I'm not gonna do this one and then I'm gonna end up regretting it because all of the other guest speakers are gonna be the same. So I don't really know what to do. Anyways, that was kind of a whole rant, but basically I missed classes a couple of weeks ago and our lectures are recorded for this class specifically. So I want to go back and rewatch those and take the notes that I missed and just kind of see if that will help me with my decision because I do have like a decent idea on where I could take this, but I just don't know if it's gonna be the best option right now. I don't know, I'm struggling and I'm being indecisive, so I guess I'm gonna do that. This is also a 400 class, which is like an upper level class. So that's also why I'm scared to like turn in a paper that I don't feel my best about, especially because I only get 2. I don't know. We're just gonna watch the lectures. Okay, I put on a jacket because it's literally freezing in here. However, these are all of the lecture recordings from my class. I think I only have to watch 1 or 2. And I take all of my notes on my iPad, so I'm just gonna do my usual thing. I left a little gap for the classes that I missed, so now I get to go back in and add some more notes.
Percent of people who are not in the labor force, looking at unemployment rates, looking at wages, understand that's nonsense. You don't have the answers. You can't say that one theory is this work, especially when you're across multiple different cities.
6:07 and I am officially back. That honestly took longer than I expected. Actually, maybe not. I don't really know. I had to watch 2 lectures like I said earlier and my class is usually an hour and 15 minutes. However, what's really nice about this is I can put it on like ×2 for speed. So then it makes it go by a lot quicker. However, I do have to pause it to like write and take notes. So I did indeed take a lot. I'm actually glad I did that because I do think there are a couple things from those lectures that I missed that I can use for this paper. And I've kind of decided I do think I am gonna write it because I'm scared of not writing it and regretting it later. Anyways, while I was doing that, I was also swapping out my laundry. So I actually only have 1 load left that I need to put in the washer. And then obviously I need to fold all of my other clothes. I do have some stuff that I recently thrifted and I would love to wash that because I'm not wearing that before I wash it. And I also don't wash that with like my regular clothes because I don't know, then like the water's mixing and I feel like that's gross, so I don't do that. So I might continue to wash those 2 or I might do that a different day depending on what I'm feeling. Anyways, I still have not ate dinner, so I think I'm gonna go downstairs and warm up some dinner real quick. And then honestly, I think the vibe for tonight is to take a shower and then sit in bed and attempt to write this paper. I don't know, definitely a chill Monday night, but if I'm being completely honest, this is really nice because usually my Monday nights are chaotic and I'm never able to get a lot of stuff done. Okay, let's go downstairs. Welcome to my lovely fridge. Honestly, I'm not sure what I want to do for dinner. I got some leftovers from my parents, but I also have like a little bit of leftover pasta. However, I would have to cook the pasta and I'm not doing that right now. But I did get this little meal kit from Target. I've made one of them with my family before, but basically everything is already like ready. You just have to warm it up. So that one is broccoli, chicken, mac and cheese. And honestly, I should probably use it soon because I've had it in here for a little bit. So I just want to use this up. So this is what we are making for dinner. I mean, it says it takes 10 minutes to cook, so I feel like this won't be too complicated. I can't get that. I've learned that all I have to do is basically put this stuff in the microwave, so I'm gonna go through that process and do that. Dinner is served. Honestly, I'm a fan of this because then I have like leftovers too. Okay, update. We are back in the usual spot. I have my little glass of lemonade I just finished eating. Dinner was actually really good, so I highly recommend those little dinner kits from Target. Anyways, it's only 6:30 and I'm feeling really weird because 6:30 is usually when I start working because I'm a volleyball coach. So like our practice starts at 6:30 and it doesn't end until like 9. So I honestly don't get home until like 10 usually. But because it's like dark out, I genuinely feel like it is 10 o'clock and it's not. So I don't really know what's going on. I think I'm gonna shower next, but my dryer is still going and I would love to like put in another load while I'm showering just to save time and be more efficient. So right now I'm actually going to place an Amazon order because I have to order a book for my criminology class because I have to do a book report on it. And then I also just need some other random stuff. I need like pillows and a new folder for all of my homework. So basically I'm gonna shop while I wait for the dryer, and then once the dryer's done I'm gonna put in another load of laundry, and then while that's going I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna pick out all of my stuff and then I will show you my shopping cart when I'm done. My cart is officially done. I had to get this book for my class, some pillows for my bed, and then I'm also getting a new folder. This is one of those like divider ones, but I low-key think I'm gonna like it because then everything will be super organized. I also heard that my dryer is done downstairs, so like I said earlier, I'm gonna put in one more load and then we'll call it good for tonight. Update, shower is officially complete. Honestly, that felt so good. It was probably the hottest shower I have taken in a while here because our water temperature is like a little iffy, especially in the shower that I use. However, tonight it was super warm, so that felt really good. Something I absolutely despise is folding clothes. However, I do have to fold a lot of my clothes now. I'm just going to get that done. I thought about like procrastinating and waiting to do it until the morning, but I know I'm gonna regret that, so I'm just gonna do it now. And then I can finally lay in bed and start my paper, at least get a little bit of a start on it. But yeah, let's do this. I am now in bed. It is actually, it's not even 9 yet. It is 8:52, which is honestly crazy because like I said earlier, it already feels so late. So I literally feel like it's midnight right now. I don't know what's going on. I'm like kind of tired, but also not really. I did go ahead and bring my laptop over so that I can start writing. Not gonna lie though, I don't want to stay up super late though, just because I've actually been going to bed at like 11 o'clock, 11:30, even midnight sometimes lately, and that is so not like me. Usually I'm in bed by like 10:30, 11 at the max, but I don't know, I always just get home so late and then I have to like like do homework or do other stuff, or I don't even know. But basically, I would love to be in bed by my normal preferred bedtime tonight. I'm really gonna try and lock in and make some progress on this. I do still have tomorrow, but I know I'm going to regret not getting a lot of it done now. So we are locking in. Okay. Update. 1, I am very comfy right now. 2, it is now 9:37. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty impressed with how much I have gotten done so far. I kind of just logged in. I've been listening to a podcast and just typing. I currently have 1 page done. However, I am now struggling. Basically, we had 2 guest speakers come in for this first time. However, our paper length has to be like 2 pages, like no more than 2 pages. I'm already at 1 page and I haven't even addressed the 3 questions that I'm supposed to address. And I've also only talked about one of the guys who came in. So I low-key emailed my TA and I was like, do we have to talk about both speakers? Because I didn't actually say this, but I'm running out of room. But I'm scared that I'm gonna have to somehow cut like half of this out, still fit the other dude in there, and still answer all 3 questions, which is concerning. However, I will show you what I have so far. So at the top here, I have my 3 questions I am supposed to address. I have not covered any of them, I think, so far. Maybe the second one, but not in like a clear way. But like I said, I pretty much have a full page. I feel pretty confident with like all of this. It just needs a little bit of editing to make it better. And it does indeed have to be single spaced. Anyways, I don't really know what to do now because it's almost 10 o'clock and I don't think my TA will be responding right now. So I'm kind of at like a stopping point. I might just go back through and try and edit what I do have, and then I guess I'm gonna have to try and finish it tomorrow once I do have a final answer. Maybe I'll also like go back and just put a general thought down for each of the questions I have to answer and just hope that I don't have to write about the other guy. Alright, update. I am officially at a loss of what else I can do with this paper. It is not bedtime yet. I am definitely getting tired, but it's only 10. So honestly, I think I'm just gonna sit here and I'm going to, I don't know, watch YouTube or something until I do get tired, because that does usually make me sleepy. So we're gonna do that next. It is now 10:18. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tired. I think I'm gonna go to bed like even earlier than normal. This has been like a really weird night. Like, I don't know, my body is just on a different schedule. I do have to get up so I can plug all of my stuff in. I also honestly might pick up my room a little bit right now. I really don't want to because I'm really comfy, but like I just have bags on the floor and stuff because I went home this past weekend and I hate when my room feels like this. So instead of doing it in the morning, since it's not super late yet, I'm just gonna do it now. It's not gonna take me that long. I honestly need to just take everything out of this bag because I don't even know what's in here. I brought nail stuff from home so that I can do my own nails, since I do my own nails usually. And then there's like a bunch of random stuff in here, some trash. I went to Walmart and I got some more primer. I'm gonna go ahead and just like open this now. That way it is easier to store. I also got a Nido ice cube, or literally whatever it's called. I don't even know what it's actually called, but I've always wanted one and my roommate has one, so when I saw it at Walmart, I really wanted it. I also have, I don't know, random stuff, nail polish, lip stuff, and that's about it. Honestly, I do think that is everything I can do right now, which means it is now bedtime. Okay, everyone, with all of that being said, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a little bit different compared to what I usually film. Like I said, this was a pretty unusual day for me since I had so much time and usually I'm working. It was definitely a nice break though, and I do feel very relaxed. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and follow all of my socials. There, always linked down below, and I will see you in the next video. Good night.